With profits soaring, Peter had soon made enough money to expand his company by buying the San Francisco Armory building for $14.5 million. Once an armory and arsenal for the National Guard, it's now home to kink.com's offices and production studios. It's literally a castle, filled with close to 100 young employees passionate about their jobs.
Like when you just saw that ad, you're like, oh yeah, sweet, I've always wanted to work in porn. I mean...
No, actually it was kind of, well, this will be fun, why not? This will be 6 months of my life, and it turns to be 3 years later, and here I am, still shagging chicks with machines. When I first started working here, almost all of this, besides naked people, all of this was new. But, it's enjoyable. You're working at something that has all these things that to the outside world, and I certainly was the outside world when I started here, looks a little peculiar.
I feel like I could be very, very violated by this guy. Yes.
And then once you get inside the world, you realize that there's a lot to our jobs that are not very different from other corporate jobs. I go to meetings, we balance schedules, we manage people. There's a lot of skills that go on here besides the content that we make.
My main goal here is to drive traffic to our websites over the internet. When I looked at the job duties that I do from day to day, it didn't seem like porn to me at all. It's more of, here's the product, here's the customer, and bridging that gap however you can.
But finding the right type of employees in a town dominated by .coms hasn't been without its challenges.
It's been a struggle, particularly to get people who are executives. We're competing with Google and other big startups. So it's been tough, but recently it's got easier. We hired an HR manager who's been great, and he's helped bring people in, and the business has now got a certain momentum, and I think that's attracted a lot of people.
I never really put together that these porn companies need marketing people and HR people and tech people and IT people.
Do you tell people what you do?
Not my mom and dad.
My mom watches everything I do, apparently, which is sort of awkward. And then I'm like, Mom, stop looking at the internet. She's like, I want to know what you're doing. So now they joke around about it a lot. My mom will call me up and be like, Dad saw you put that electrified butt plug in someone's ass and it made him uncomfortable. And then Dad will be in the background going, I was fine with it. Mom was uncomfortable.